What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to this video. This video is going to be a little bit hard of editing for me, but hopefully I can do it justice. Because it's two things that I've recently done that have really helped me in disc golf. Two form changes. One I got from Joe Freeman. The other one, I think it was Robbie C. I think. I watch a lot of YouTube disc golf. So I don't remember exactly. But I believe it was Robbie C. It was either that or Bonanza. One of the two. I think so. We'll go with that. The fact is what it did for me. So, what it did for me was I focused on it the whole round. And from the longs, at one of my local courses, I shot one down. I think my best before that was 8 over. Now this is not a, oh, do this one thing and it just makes you play great. That's not what this is. This is biomechanically from my body, from other sports that I've played, that it finally clicked. What I was doing biomechanically in these sports, how it translates to disc golf. So we're going to talk about it. So, just for you guys here is my old form. Do you notice a few things wrong with it? So, there are a lot of things wrong with it. I could pick it apart a lot. But there's two big ones. Again, I'll show you one more time. Now, here's my new form. Did you see the difference? Again, there's two big ones. Okay, if you didn't see it, we're going to talk about it. So the first one is my foot positioning. On my old throw, I was in one plane. On my second throw, as Joe Freeman talks about, I have a window. In which I'm going to try to freeze frame them right here so you guys can get a reference point. So, when you're throwing, you want to have offset feet. It's the same thing in kickboxing and boxing and everything like that. Just going back to what I know, is you never want to be on the same line because you're unbalanced, and that's generally when you get sweeped or leg kicked and it hurts because then you take your balance off. So you always want to have, you don't want to be in one straight line. So there's that, the window. Now with the window, I'm working on not stomping down. I had plantar fasciitis in the foot that I stomped down on, so I don't want to do that. The other thing is it takes away from the pushing everything into the disc. If I stomp down too hard, my energy is focused down, and my body is also focused down. I don't want to focus down. I want to focus through myself. And so, what I started doing was thinking about it as a karaoke. So when you do karaoke, if you guys remember what that is, from gym class, at least that's where I learned it first, was gym class back in the day. We also do it in martial arts as a conditioning exercise, is you try to stay one level. So you don't go up and down with it. You try to stay here and only move your feet. Very hard to do. We do the same thing in stances. So when you're going from one stance, so if I'm in a forward stance and I go to another forward stance, but I use the other foot, I don't want to bob up and down. So I keep myself down as I move. So it's kind of the same thing. That's kind of how I'm placing that. Is to keep a fluid motion, not a stomping motion, and just making sure that I step out to have a window. Now, one thing that was making this hard was the other fix I'm working on. And kind of one fixes the other. It was what I'm noticing from me throwing it and filming. I did a whole, almost a whole round today of filming my drives and just looking at it and seeing the difference. So, and there is a difference. So, with that window, is I don't want to round. So what I used to do is I used to just twist my upper half and come here. Now even here, my body is now in the way from my disc, right? When I come through, if I come through, I'm going to hit my arm, right? If I come through on a straight line, my arm is there. Even if I pull my arm back, my disc is still, because my disc is not, my disc has some diameter to it, it's still possibly going to hit me. Again, I don't remember who gave me this tip, but it definitely works, is once you turn here, think of extend out, not extend back. Because I can turn here, that's fine, right? But if I keep it in close to me, now I'm rounding. Now I lose it as I come through. So I don't remember who did this, but they said, like you're shaking a hand. So that's what I think about, really. When I reach back, I get to here, right? I get to where I should be, and I think of like shaking someone's hand, and then I come through. Those two things, I've been playing some of the best disc golf that I've almost ever played. I don't exactly know the science behind it, but I do want to point these two things out. In case you are struggling, give those a try. Because it took me a long time to kind of figure this out. I've been playing for 5 years. And rounding has always been a thing. If you watch videos from when I started my channel to now, I've always rounded. This stops that. Now, it does give me a little bit more distance, or a little bit more pop off the disc, I do believe. But the other thing that it does is it helps my control. So instead of rounding and then having to correct to throw my shot, now my shot comes on a straight line. The only difference is I'm still working on Anheuser with my new throw. Anheuser I'm struggling with, but Hyzer and flat, I have. That being said, guys, I hope this helps. I hope I explained it in a way that maybe it clicked, it made your mind click like mine just did recently. All right, guys. Peace.